Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm so glad you are here. Let me tell you just a little bit about me. I'm a psychic emotional healer, and my mission is to help all of you heal and become happy and free of stress and free of fear, and to teach you how to change your life, change your thoughts, and to help you be your truth. When I say help you be your truth, in truth, we are only love. We are only peace and we are only harmony. We are only light beings. We're not even human. And we vibrate to two energies that are on this planet. One is love energy and the other is fear energy. Now, those energies are very, very powerful. And it's your thoughts that bring the love or bring the fear. Now, most of you live in fear. You are afraid of being robbed. You're afraid of your future. You're afraid of gaining weight. You're afraid of being sick. You're afraid of being full of germs. You're afraid of traveling. You're afraid of dying. Think about all the things that you fear. And why do you have these fears? Well, it's not your fault. You have these fears because you've been brainwashed. You've been brainwashed not only in this lifetime. And when I say this lifetime, I mean we are eternal beings. We don't die. We are eternal. The future is not real, and either is your past. The only point of your life is living in your present moment and being full of love. Now, you're not full of love because you're full of fear. And as I was beginning to tell you, is that in all the times, in all the bodies that you've inhabited with your soul, is who you are, you have learned fear. And it goes back way, way, way back and is continuing now. And right now, the planet is awakening. And more and more and more people are starting to realize that things are not making sense and not clicking. And another thing is while you are awakening, you're coming back or being noticed or shown issues about things in your life that have upset you. Things that you thought you'd let go of. And then also, there are things that continue in the news. And unfortunately, this planet has been run by incalcitrant souls. And we can't get angry with anybody. We can't be mad at anyone. And I'm going to warn you, there's going to be a lot of information that is going to be coming out on the planet, in your media, on your news, about the truth. So many truths that you've been told are conspiracies when they're nothing but the truth. And you might still, at this particular moment, wonder, or you might even feel like clicking off this video. And that's your choice. Because I'm here for those who are ready to change their life and find out who you truly are and how to step out of fear and reclaim it. So who are we? We are light beings. We actually chose to be here on this planet at this time to be involved in the big change that's happening. Because when everything unfolds and everything's going to change, you will not recognize planet Earth. It'll be beautiful. It'll be a place of only love. But to get you there, I'm going to give you the tools that you need to release your propaganda in steps. So today, what I want you to do is focus on yourself. There is a law of the universe, and let me tell you, there's over 50. And those are the laws. Those 50 laws are the ones that everybody should follow. And we've been manipulated to follow the reverse of these laws. So all the negative things that go on in your life and all the negative thoughts that you carry, you created. And they manipulated you to do that because you are your own creator. So you want to wake up every morning positive. You want to think about everything that you have and be grateful for everything that you have and only look at things in a positive light. You've been trained to look at everything in a negative light, which creates more fear. And if I didn't mention this earlier, the two energies is love and fear. So when you wake up grateful, when you focus on all the positive things in your life, then you draw that love energy to you and it raises your vibration and it makes you feel, I can't even explain it to you, just at peace. It releases all your fears because there's nothing to fear. And it helps you, it really does. But you can't do that overnight. You've got to practice. You need to learn the tools. And I'm going to show you the tools on how to do this. So with the fear, like I said, you focus on the positive. You write down everything that you're grateful about. Now you are the creator of your life because God, in truth, is only energy. He is creator energy, and he gave each one of us his creator abilities. So in a sense, you are your own God. You create by what you think. So if you think that all people are prejudiced, then you will draw to you all people that are, to prove to you that you're correct. In relationships, if you think men or women are cheaters, then you will draw those types of people to you. And this is how everything works. Even with getting the common cold, you have been brainwashed to believe in germs. Oh my God, do you think God created you to have to fear germs? No, this is not true. This is made up stuff. So you go with somebody who has a cold, and right away, in back of your mind, you fear that you will get sick. And guess what? You will. And you all do this. So that's why you believe that colds carry germs that make you sick. And trust me, it is not true. And I want to bring up all these things that I mentioned to you are things that you can do to prove it to yourself. Because now is the time to follow your own heart and tap into your feelings. And when you feel like doing something, and then your mind comes over and gives you all the reasons why you shouldn't, just realize that that voice that's talking to you is your ego. And your ego keeps you from it. But your guides give you pure, positive love and information. And they're here for you 100% of the time. 24 hours a day, you are never, never, never alone. So I want you to start erasing that one particular thought that colds make you sick. And this is how I did it. I was actually told this by a doctor, believe it or not, at the VA hospital when I was in my 20s, because that's where I worked. And I got sick every single month. I had a cold. And he told me that it's what you think that creates it, that no other person can get you sick. And I'm the type of person to test things because I don't want to have a cold. I don't want to be sick. I'm not going to be that type of person go, oh, that's a bunch of BS. I'm not even going to pay attention to that. And if you're that person, you'll change. Eventually, you'll change. But until then, what I did was say, people do not make me sick. If I get a cold, it's because my resistance got lower. And when my resistance is lower, then I can pick up that virus. And then when I do, all I need to do is remember what it was that I was thinking about when I picked it up. What was I upset about? And all I have to do then is find out what I was upset about, release it, let it go, and then your cold will disappear in a matter of a couple of days. And that's just life. So everything negative needs to be turned into a positive because nothing in this world is negative. You only think it is. And right now, because there's so many people awakening and so many people realizing that life isn't exactly the way they thought it was, and so many things that they realize have been lies, that what happens is that I could call them the bad souls. I mean, nobody is good or bad. It's their mission too. But for easy purposes, we'll just make them bad souls, because that was their mission, to mess you up. And we don't know why, and it doesn't matter. So they create more and more traumatic experiences in the world. Think about Hollywood. I mean, I just saw a movie, The Black Panther. And it doesn't even have to be The Black Panther. You've seen enough movies to notice how buildings can get blown up and people look like they're half dead and things happen and aliens come and all this negative stuff to make you more fearful happens. It's Hollywood. And how do you know that half the stuff you see on the news is not Hollywood? And how do you know that when all this traumatic stuff happens where people go crazy and start doing shootouts and stuff, that they weren't bought and paid for, or that they're just plans from somebody else? You really don't know. Because I'll tell you, I get told right here everything that happens. A lot of our storms are geostormed. I mean, if you notice, when something really, really positive happens, in the next couple of days, there's going to be some kind of traumatic experience that's plastered all over the news to make people afraid, to make people angry, to make people fear. Now, let me tell you, anger is negative. It draws on negative energy. So, are you getting my point? Are you seeing a bigger picture here? So really, what should you do? You should be a child. Look at the children around you. They're all about love and peace and happiness. They don't listen to the news. They don't care what goes on because they already know it's not real. So that's what you need to do. You need to stop it ASAP. You don't need to know what's going on in the world, because nothing that goes on in the world at this moment in time is even positive. It's all propaganda. Because you can live in that world, and you could be right mixed into it with all the crap and garbage and lies. And you can create more issues for yourself. You can create more problems for yourself because you create it. Now, there's another situation I want to bring up. And there was a family who lived in Southern California who supposedly lived in a bad neighborhood. Now, no neighborhoods are bad unless you think they're bad. I don't care what the news says. But when um, when you think about those things that are fearful, then you draw them to you. So anyway, this family was so worried that their child was going to be kidnapped because they lived in a bad neighborhood and bad things happened all the time. And why do they know that? Because they listened to it on the news. So they finally decided to pack up, sell their house, and move to Lake Tahoe. And if you don't know where Lake Tahoe is, it's a very small, sleepy mountain town on the border of Nevada. And it's beautiful, it's peaceful, and there's hardly anybody who lives there. It's more of a gambling place, but there's mountains and skiing and lots of outdoor activities. So, I mean, people do live there. So, anyway, they moved there, and would you know, a week after they moved, their daughter was kidnapped. So, you see, they drew that to them. They couldn't run away from where they lived because it doesn't work that way. And I want you to think about this. So, in any case, these are just a few pointers that I decided to leave with you today. And I'm going to be talking on every possible thought I can think that creates emotional issues with you and teach you how to take care of it so you can live a better life. Now, if you want a personal reading for yourself, and I only, like I said, deal with emotions, then you can follow the links on the bottom of this video. You can contact me at my Reiki, www.reikibymaxine website. I have my prices, my fees, and all the situations and things that I offer. And other than that, there's articles that you can read that I have on various websites, and all the links are below. So, anyway, I'm so glad you are here. You have a blessed day, and think about what I said. Until the next time, bye.